click. We just happy that you're here. This the album of your life, could be the album of the year. I got a lot of guala, unapplauding Guatemala, marijuana farmers trying to profit off the.
All right, welcome back. Demfootballguys on this lovely Monday morning. We got the CEO back, Gator, in the building.
Yes, sir.
And
it, bro.
I am Black Woj, aka Boogies Man. Welcome. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Tell your friends, tell your family about it. But today we're talking about draft strategies, man. Dynasty startups, redrafts. Just when you get into that draft room, you're not scrambling for the pick. You know what to do when you get there. So, Gator, how you been, man?
I've been good, man. We getting closer and closer to the NFL season. I believe one game came out. Is it the first game of the season?
Yeah.
Ravens versus KC. That's going to be must-watch TV.
Yep.
And I don't know if you guys been hearing. They said the NFL is probably going to do a lot of subscriptions with all these other channels, with all these other people, which is YouTube TV, Peacock. So, boy, get y'all paper together because you guys are going to be paying some new subscriptions to watch football for sure.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's true.
Yeah, I will be paying. I'll be one of them.
Yeah,
for sure. I deserve a discount. I've been loyal to them.
Oh no, for sure. What's his name? Scott Hansen. He be in your living room every Sunday, bro.
Every Sunday, rain, sunshine, it don't matter.
All right, but what you got for the techniques, the strategies, fantasy drafts? What you doing, man?
Yeah, definitely, because it's strategy. I want to make sure it's only strategy, like draft strategies for this one. But I do have a tip for you guys. Is this like a little spinoff? But make sure you know your members in your league. Be good to your members in your league. That's one of our. Me and Albert, me and Woj, we actually do that often. Like, there's some people that in our leagues that they do a lot of dumb shit, but you make them feel good, talk to them nice. And I'm telling you, that trade you want, you will eventually get it. And that's all for the little tips. And we can talk about that shit later. But my first draft strategy will be ADP will make you mid. Don't follow the ADP all the way. Like it's almost like drafting like you wasn't there. Like it's almost like missing a draft. It's like, so that's one of my points. I just think that basic teams are built from ADP, and if you want to be a special team, if you want to be a top team, you got to have a little bit of flair to your team. You got to be different. You got to do different stuff. So
I like that.
Yeah.
So I think a draft strategy or technique that I always use is if it isn't dynasty or super flex, do not draft quarterback first round. I see it so many times in redraft, people taking Patrick Mahomes first pick, and it's like, what are you doing, bro? I don't understand it. I never get it, but that's just something you should wasting the pick for me.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I love Mahomes. I love Josh Allen. I love Hurts. I love Lamar. I'm gonna have to get you in the end of the second, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, second or third.
Yeah, I mean, there's no quarterback. I mean, sometimes these quarterbacks, they do have seasons where it's like, whoa, it worked. You drafted him in the first round. Mahomes was first, and he had like 40 points over everybody. It's like, oh, well, good job. Doesn't happen often, though. And in fact, Mahomes probably not going to finish first. So then you didn't fuck up.
Mahomes just had a mid fantasy. He won the Super Bowl, but his season fantasy was very mid. I know because I have him in Dynasty. So if you drafted him first last year and it wasn't Dynasty, it made no sense.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually a very good one. What's my next one? What else do I got for you? Have something to do with it's a spinoff off your QB situation. Get your backups. Last year, 62 quarterbacks played last year. I saw Browning win somebody fantasy football league. I'm just letting you know. Get a good system. Find a good system. Get the good quarterback. We know the quarterbacks that are kind of like glass. You already know. We all know them. Burrow and Burrow. Just Burrow. but yeah, get a backup quarterback. Now, I'm not telling you to reach for a backup quarterback, but for the most part, you can definitely get your backup quarterbacks. For the most part, for sure.
I like that. That's one I've never heard before, but I think, especially in Dynasty, that's a good one. Dynasty, I love that one.
Yeah.
Wow, never thought of that. For me, draft strategies. Unfortunately, I'm gonna keep telling you what not to do. Again,
Good. Hey, that's
if it's
good.
if it's not tight end premium dynasty, I personally, and I know Gator as well, do not draft tight end for first round either. I think that's a waste of a pick as well. Again, I see people do it, bro. We see Toby do some nasty things.
Cool. Kelsey Kittle.
We see Toby take 2 tight ends back to back. Bro,
Kelsey Kittle is crazy.
I don't think it's worth it. Especially with Kelsey now on the decline. Kelsey not even the first round pick no more. Like I just again, you gotta every pick really matters. Your first 10 picks really should be all starters, all people that can contribute to your team immediately. You know what I mean? I see people like us. We used to take like 6 running backs first round. 3 of them never want to see the field. It's like, I don't know if that's strategy, you know?
Yeah, I've done that before for sure.
This would not take tight end first round.
Yes. Speaking about running backs, winter is coming, so you do need to get your running backs. I'm not telling you to get them all at the top of the draft.
Yeah.
It's a position that's kind of like, you saw what happened to Chelsea. That was my number 1 pick.
It's very scary. It's a very scary position.
Shit like that happens. So, but there's a lot of running backs, backup running backs.
Handcuffs.
Still handcuffs. We don't know if they're starting or not. They're in a mixy situation. There's a lot of running backs. You want to stockpile these running backs. Hold them on your team. Winter is coming, and when winter comes, people will make crazy trades for these running backs. So definitely lock into that. Hold some of those. Hold some reps for sure.
Yeah, and this just piggybacks off of his. Always handcuff your bell cows. You know, like he just said, Chubb. You know, Jerome Ford was definitely a valuable fantasy player last year.
For sure.
You just the handcuffs will always come into play sooner or later. You just don't know when. It might be at the beginning of the season, it might be at the end of the season. And anybody that's a bell cow, Breece Hall, you know, Derrick Henry, you just gotta have their handcuffs because once they go down, their backup going to get that same workload, man. You see it all the time.
Yeah, for the most part, yes. Some teams they do go into their little split back committees, whatever.
Yeah,
some. But talking about split back committees and teams, now this is a very good one. I normally when I go into drafts, I eliminate teams that I'm just not fucking with their offense. Nothing. I've eliminated a couple of teams that I'm not gonna. Panthers. I'm just like I'm not saying for this year. I'm just saying for example, last year, my mindset was Panthers. I'm not even gonna look at them.
I've already eliminated the Steelers.
Steelers eliminated for Woj. So I mean, I don't know about that one, but I might fuck with Pickens. But the Patriots, I'm good. I'm just this year for me, I'm going to choose the Patriots. I'm not going to be a part of drafting none of them, and I'm just going to watch the show from the sideline and be smiling the whole year.
I'm gonna be in the show. I'm gonna be heavy. I'm gonna be the star player of that show.
Yeah.
Give me as many pictures as I can get.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So we think different with that. Do I have any other one that I want to? Okay, this is another good one too. So when you're drafting your players, I'm very big on system over player being great. I've seen Garrett Wilson. Yeah. Garrett Wilson, great player. Fucked up system. So sometimes he shines. For the most part, he was very mid. Now let's see what Rodgers come back, but
I couldn't do it. I couldn't bear it. I had 2 years of Garrett Wilson, and I had to get off the train. I traded Garrett Wilson immediately for the highest bidder, and I got Zay Flowers in 2 seconds. Like I couldn't bear being a part of that show, knowing that Garrett Wilson was a Pro Bowl type receiver, and Zach Wilson was his quarterback, and Nathaniel Hackett was his offensive coordinator. Yeah. I didn't want to be in that.
Yeah, and I get it because I owned Garrett Wilson last year. and it was not fun. It was like
Yeah,
I
nah.
feel like I feel like my team can't compete because my number one pick, unfortunately, was Garrett Wilson, and then I lost Chubbs with the 112. I had the 201, so yeah, it's not a good feeling. Like I competed because I'm great at fantasy football. I'm going to pick up players. I'm going to go to the news. I know who got injured first, but at the end of the day, my team just was not good enough to compete. And I made the first round, and that was about it.
Oh, we remember. We remember.
Oh my
Oh
god!
man. Um, I had something in my head just now. Forgot it. I don't
I,
know why.
I got another one, bro.
Yeah,
Got
say
this
say
shit.
your.
Got this shit in my notes and shit. But after for me, when I start drafting, I get my first player. That's my cornerstone. My second player, my cornerstone. My third player, we kind of in the mid. Higgins, Metcalf type shit. But after that, I'm really looking for, especially in redrafts, I'm definitely looking for players that are more healthy, that stay more healthy than the usual, and I'm also looking for value because my main strategy in these drafts is also at the end of the draft. I'm probably going to make trades. There are players that don't have good trade values, and there's some players that have very good trade values. I will acquire these trade value people with better trade value, and then as the season's going on, I'll make a trade.
Okay. Yeah, we do know you have the trade monger. So, um, yeah, I wanted to talk about what you said with systems. I agree with that. I do more so. I wouldn't say systems, but more so because the Patriots, ever since Brady left, have had a bad system. But now, like they got, I believe they have a good strategy in place to have good fantasy players for now. So I don't know if it's system. It is system because it's a different system. But guys like Devontae Adams, where like their system is or their quarterback is trash, but they're just like too great of a player to like pass up. I wouldn't draft him in the first round. But like Devontae Adams, you see him sitting in the third, you probably won't draft him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just too good to pass up. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it's certain players that are greater than the deficiencies around them. Those are players that you shouldn't, even though they're in a bad system or have a bad quarterback, you shouldn't pass up the market. You know what I mean? Like in the
Yeah.
third. Whatever. Um, it's just certain
Oh,
players. You gotta know. You
not
got.
even the redraft.
Oh wow.
I mean redraft, of course, but not. I mean dynasty. I mean that's not a person. That's not a player on my target. I'm not targeting Adams in dynasty at all.
At all?
I mean, if he falls to me like in the fifth, and I feel like I
I
can
didn't
still get,
say.
if I can still get some young niggas on the back end, yeah, I would.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
like that.
But I mean, that's all the draft strategies I got. You pretty much took the other ones I had. So,
All right, man. You got any different strategies for Dynasty or Superflex or anything?
Superflex. I've seen the best of men win without a quarterback in that superflex position. So, as much as we think that you must have four quarterbacks, superflex. I mean,
Right.
if your team is good enough, if you have those players that you can throw in your little flex, you can still win. Don't feel like you need to have a quarterback there. Um, that's for a super flex. Uh, do I have another one? Not right now. I gotta think about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I didn't draft quarterback in the first round with my Superflex, and I made it to the finals. So I agree with that. It just depends. Different strokes for different folks. You know, obviously, don't not target a quarterback, but don't be. You can't get the top quarterbacks, you know, and you sitting there and you seeing people like O'Connell and you know
Yeah,
people like that. Don't draft them first round. Bro. Like, you can go and
yeah.
draft Jamar Chase or Justin
Fast,
Jefferson.
fast.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so. What? So I got a question for you. Like, what quarterback in a super flex are you like turning off your quarterback radar, and you're like, okay, let me go get Jefferson. Let me go get Chase.
I think everything after like I think Kirk Cousins literally is like the set off.
Wow.
Kirk,
In a
Kirk Cousins,
dynasty.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins. He still get you your points, bro. I think Kirk Cousins is the perfect. Because I'm not drafting Tua first round.
Yeah,
So like,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I guess Tua also is the cutoff, but I wouldn't draft Tua, so I can't make him the cutoff.
So would you take Kirk Cousins before you took Chase?
No,
Okay,
I would think if I see Kirk and Chase, I'm taking Chase.
Okay, so what's the quarterback you have in your head that's like, okay, if this quarterback is gone, I gotta take Jefferson. I gotta take Chase.
Technically, Trevor Lawrence, but I wouldn't even draft Trevor Lawrence. I hate Trevor Lawrence.
I was about to say Trevor Lawrence is not in that list for me too.
He's so mid. I don't know why people like him so much. Because he's young, I guess.
I want to damn near say Herbert not in that list for me either.
Yeah, I want to say Herbert too, not in that list. See, we on the same page, bro. I'm telling you, like the top five quarterbacks, really. If I can't get them and like CJ Stroud or something, like
okay, CJ Stroud gonna be up there this year.
Yeah, he is. It's like CJ Stroud, Hurts, Lamar, Allen, Mahomes.
And I think that's about it for me right there.
I mean, really, I'm not. You know, I'm not a Burrow supporter, so I can't.
Yeah, I know. Man, that's what they say. He like glass, bro. They say he a glass man.
Yeah, we gonna see though. We gonna see this year. But yeah, you got any last remarks, any statements?
No, not a lot of news going on. But I am enjoying the piece of not having too much news going on because when the fantasy season starts, it's gonna be crazy. So enjoy your time off with rejuvenate, detox from fantasy, but get ready as it's coming. OTA's about to start, so people are going to start losing their ACLs. Unfortunately, that's the game we play. So just be ready to have a team that you can make moves right now if something happens. Because sometimes you can win your league. You can win your league now. You can win your league in OTAs. You never know.
It's May, so the least amount of news is going to happen in May and June. So, fantasy and regular training camp football, all that is not going to start back up until July. So,
yeah.
We officially in the off season, bro. April was our fantasy Super Bowl, low key. Once the draft happens, our Super Bowl. So.
Like shit.
But yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all that support. Instagram, Twitter, you see it all at the bottom. That's it.
Yeah, man. That's it. They're gonna love this one, bro. They're gonna need this one.
That's crazy. All right, man. If Gator don't got nothing else, man, that's it, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Signing out. CEO Gator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't prepared for air on my doorway. Clearly, it's apparent that my welcome wasn't overstayed. Who gon' kick me out? Who gon' kick me out? Sunset Roulette was recorded in front of a live studio.